Hello friends, welcome to Scout the Pages. Today we're going to be doing a book haul for September through December of 2023.
One day I feel alright. The next I'm looking for the light, for the light, for the light.
Starting off with September, I got 2 poetry books and 1 full-length novel. Those poetry books being The Way Back Home and Home. These 2 were featured in my reading and writing poetry video that I did, so check that out if you are interested. I was trying out poetry as someone who's not particularly fond of poetry. I even wrote my own poetry and shared it with you, which was highly embarrassing, so check that out. Please. It was so embarrassing, so at least give me a little bit of credit, please. Go like the video. But yeah, I read these already and I have feelings that I talk about in said video. Next, I was traveling to Illinois for work and I also picked up a book in the airport, and that would be Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I actually have already read this book. I know, shocking, me reading books that I buy. I will have a video about this book in particular because in 2024 I am starting a series where I read Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. Next, in October, I ended up purchasing a copy of Cheese Sweet Home. This is part 1 only. This is a cute graphic novel collection about a cat and her sweet little life, I guess. I don't really know. This is the omnibus of volumes 1 through 3. And that is the only book that I bought in October. In November, I went a little crazy. So we have a huge stack here. Let's get into them. First, we have 3 Nightmare Before Christmas visual novels. We have a manga omnibus of Zero's Journey. We have Mirror Moon, which is a collection of all of the Mirror Moon graphic novels. And we have the Battle for the Pumpkin King collection, again. Collection of all of the novels in one. These I read for a Nightmare Before Christmas Getting in the Festive Season vlog, so check that out if you're interested in my reviews for each one. But let me just say, we have a 4-star and 2 5-stars. I won't spoil which ones it is. Let me tell you, that was probably my favorite video of 2023. The next 5 books are books that I bought on a very big book shopping spree with a family friend that came to visit me from out of state. We got festive coffee drinks from Starbucks and walked around the Barnes & Noble buying way too many books. So let's go through all of those books that I got just in that single day. We have The Skull by John Klassen. I read this on my Kindle actually and listened to the audiobook already and then bought it because I had enjoyed it so much. This is a little fairy tale folk tale. It's kind of gothic, very short, but it left me feeling very introspective, and I can't really pin what about this story was so intriguing to me, but I loved it and I will definitely be rereading it again. It's giving like Thornhill, but it's more ambiguous than Thornhill and very short. I don't know how to explain it, but I really enjoyed it. If you can get your hands on it, I would recommend giving it a try. We have The Girl Who Could Move with Her Mind. I've been eyeballing this book for quite a few years now, so we finally did the purchase. My friend also bought one, so we're gonna buddy read this at some point. We're gonna talk about it at minimum. I believe this is like satirical sci-fi. I'm not quite sure. I just know that it's very funny. And then I got a poetry book. Maybe part 2's coming out soon. I got this poetry book. It has prompts and little things about writing poetry. I've already started it and it's super cute. It's supposed to just kind of help you write poetry. There's some guided sessions in here and I'm excited to try it out. The last 2 books I got are nonfiction. We got The Wheel of the Year, an illustrated guide to nature's rhythms. This was in the children's section, and when I tell you I almost shed a tear, I almost shed a tear because I was just so pleased to see representation of paganism in the kids' nonfiction. I was so excited, so I bought it and I'm pumped. I'm already almost done reading it. I've been kind of just, you know, reading it like a reference book, going through each season as I go, willy-nilly. I'm not tracking this on Goodreads or anything. When I actually fully finish it, I may mark it as read, but I don't really care. This is such a joy. it's just such a joy. I love the thought of having something like this to teach my child about the rhythms of the year, about the wheel of the year, the seasons, and how we can celebrate nature and science at the same time. And lastly, I got this coffee table book. It's Tarot Cards for Divination, Wisdom, and Self-Discovery. This is like a reference guide for every single tarot card. Each card gets its own page. And I just thought it was so beautiful, and it's so beautifully bound. I just really enjoyed this, and I would love to go through and actually read each individual card to help deepen my understanding of each one, because I have a really strong grasp on most of the cards, but there are some of them that I just don't really have a really good understanding of, and I think this will help, or at least give me a visual guide to get me started. And those are all the books that I got in that one day in November. Now let's move to December, which is going to include Christmas presents. In the beginning of December, I purchased 5 books in the Strange Things Are Happening in Creepers series. This is books 1 through 5. Because I saw them at the Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna do a video series where I read books from the Dollar Tree, and these books were only $1.25 each, which I think is crazy. These are children's horror, I believe. Budget R.L. Stine, if you will, and I'm okay with that. I'm pretty excited. I plan to read the first one in January, which I featured in my January TBR. Next, I was walking around my university campus, and they were randomly giving out free copies of queer and BIPOC books that are banned in other places around the country because they don't believe in banning books, so they're giving them out for free. And 2 of those books are books that I was interested in, so I got The Bluest Eyes by Toni Morrison because Toni Morrison is queen. And then we have Persepolis, The Story of a Childhood. This is a graphic novel. I got a graphic novel for free. Both of these were free. If you get the opportunity to get a free graphic novel or a free Toni Morrison, I'm sure anyone would take that opportunity. Kind of sticking it to the banned books and giving these out, and I thought that was a really awesome message, so very excited about this. The last 4 books are holiday gifts from family and friends, so thank you so much if you are one of those people. I appreciate you. I did also get 3 Barnes & Noble gift cards, so I will definitely be getting more books in 2024 with those gift cards, and they would technically need to be in this video since I got them for Christmas. It's fine. For the sake of this video, there will be more books in the future, but right now there are 4 books. So first, my in-laws got me the last 2 volumes of The 5 Worlds. I own 1 through 3, so then we got 4 and 5. I'm so happy that these are finally completed. I want to do a reread of this entire series and read it physically. I'm so excited. I really loved these books, and I'm really excited for my kid to get to the age where she can finally read them. She's only 2 right now, but I really want her to read them because I enjoyed them that much. Next, we have a book that was also in my January TBR. This is the graphic novel adaptation of Wolfwalkers. I loved this movie so much. It is such my movie. It is just my aesthetic, my genre, everything about it was just me. So I'm very excited to have this as a graphic novel. I'm going to reread it in January as well, and I'm so excited. What a great story. It's about like a shapeshifter. It's fun, there's friendship, there's magic, there's wolves. What more can I say? And lastly, my best friend who lives on the other side of the country, rude, I know, sent me a book that I'm highly anticipating, and I'm going to feature in a video where I read Emily Fox's most recommended book for 2023, which is Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wang. This is the author of The Sword of Kaigen, which I also have, and she also highly recommends, so I'm considering doing both of the books for the video. I'm gonna see if Emily and I agree on books. And I've been watching Emily for many years, and I adore her, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna go great. I trust her, and I'm very, very excited about this. I believe she said that this has some dark academia. I don't know. I don't normally like academia books, but this one sounds very intriguing. And those are all of the books that I hauled from September to December of 2023. Thank you so much for watching. We will definitely be having more book hauls in the future. Tell me in the comments down below a book that you've hauled in the last year or 2, and maybe if you've read it already, tell me if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching, siblings, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay kind.